Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about job opportunities and what that looks like at Lake of the Ozarks. And look, a lot of times when we have these conversations, it's very simple. It's, hey, I want to relocate to that area. Hey, what do job opportunities look like? What's available? What's common? Good questions that we're able to field to help you navigate that transition. Now, look, a lot of you that we talk to are in the retirement stage of life, and we just did a retirement video. And so look, for those of you that are retiring, you're probably cashing out, right? You're selling your current home. You're buying the next one in cash. You ain't got a job anyway. So good for you. You made it. You did it. Super cool. That's obviously kind of not this video, but yeah, you're not leveraging a mortgage. For the rest of us who are still working and we need our job in order to leverage a mortgage to make a purchase here, I wanted to talk through what that kind of looks like. Now, outside of the retirement, the next group of folks that we talk to have some type of remote working situation, right? You don't necessarily have to go into the office. So by relocating here with your current job and working your current job remotely is the second most simplistic way about making a purchase here, right? Your employer you've currently been with, you verify your income. They obviously can acknowledge the fact that you can live anywhere and still work for that company. That is the easiest thing to do. Now, listen, if you have that remote job, if you need high-speed internet and you rely on a good cell phone service and coverage, you got to let us help you, or you got to be very, very careful on where you make your purchase, right? Again, this is a big lake in the middle of nowhere, mountainous kind of terrain, big trees. Cell phone coverage is scarce, right? So if you make a purchase and your job requires you to be on the phone constantly, and you get into your new home and you realize that you don't have a cell phone coverage, I don't care what kind of booster you have, it's probably not going to work. So that's the last thing that we would want to do, is to put you into a home that doesn't have a good cell phone service. Now look, Wi-Fi is the same way, right? There is a company on the lake that has, my opinion, the best Wi-Fi coverage, that they actually still run cable into your home, right? Give you your router or modem, and you got really good Wi-Fi coverage, right? Internet signal coverage. For those that purchase in an area where this company doesn't exist, you're probably going to rely on some type of Starlight or some type of satellite-based internet. And I've tried those before too. It's just spotty, right? It's hit or miss. It's good or bad. Sometimes there's no problems. Other times there is. Like, the reliability factor on those is clearly not as good as if you had the hardwire kind of going right into your house. And so this company isn't all over the lake, or only in certain areas. And so if that is a need, got to have high-speed internet, I got to have a great cell phone coverage, please, please, please make sure you reach out, call, text, email. Let us help navigate this purchase. You could find an amazing property that checks off everything on your list, but if you can't work to pay for it, probably not going to be the house for you. All right, so outside of just, hey, I'm retiring, cashing out, buying in cash, hey, I work from home, so I work remotely and I just need to have good cell phone and Wi-Fi coverage, the rest of us are potentially looking to move here and find employment. And so talking through a few of those opportunities, there will be some, right? It depends on your skill set. It depends on, obviously what's available, but you can kind of move down here and find opportunities in, medical field, education, public service. You can certainly come down here and find some seasonal tourism, job opportunities. And if we're using that employment to make a purchase, or we're trying to, but you find yourself in a bar or a restaurant or some type of, again, tourism industry, kind of hospitality world, if that employment shuts down after peak season, that could be an issue too, right? So, we know that the lake here is a tourism attraction. And so your peak season is typically Memorial Day to Labor Day. And then, outside of that, when the lake slows down, a lot of those, again, restaurants or bars or, service kind of tourism businesses and jobs, they can't sustain themselves through the wintertime. And so they'll open during peak season and then they'll shut kind of down. And so that would be something to think about if you're coming down for that employment. Great, you're going to be very busy during the peak season, but then in the off season, you're probably going to need to find maybe another wintertime seasonal job to sustain you until your peak season job kind of picks back up. A couple other job opportunities here at the lake is going to be around, we talked about service and hospitality and that tourism attraction, but also just kind of labor and construction. If you are a handyman or a painter, again, construction and know how to build houses, road work, a lot of that kind of labor field, you are going to find employment. There will be a crew down here that needs somebody that's reliable. I think that's a big piece of feedback that we get a lot, which is just finding a good company that will show up on time, do good work, be reliable. For some reason, that can be a tricky thing down here, but those companies rely on other people, right? They're workers to kind of be that. So if you're somebody that is used to just waking up, showing up, putting in a hard day's worth of work and going home, you are going to find steady employment and great opportunity on probably some really good crews, depending on whatever, trait or skill level that you have. And on top of maybe coming down and finding employment like that, I think there's a really good possibility or probability that if you have that skill set and you're an entrepreneur in the same time, like you could come down here and probably start your own business. So if you're a landscaper and you do good work and you show up on time, you could probably start your own business. If you're a painter and can show up on time and do good work, you probably run a good business. Plumbing business, handyman contractors, home builders, electricians, all of those skills and traits, right? If you went to trade school for something like that, and again, you lay out a good product, you show up on time, you do it for a fair wage, right? And you have some type of entrepreneur, skill set behind you, I think there's a lot of opportunity in coming down and establishing your own business. This lake it's a big lake, but a small community. And so word of mouth is how you build your business, and your reputation is how you build your business. And so if that's something that you're doing currently and you've built your business within, I guess, whatever city that you're in, I would imagine you can come down here and build the exact same type of business, maybe even a little bit better, because just some of my experience, it's hard to find really good workers, again, that show up and are reliable and do a good wage. And so wanted to talk through a few things, because the more that we reach out, or the more you reach out and we have conversations, navigating employment, income is obviously a big thing. Again, if you're retired, it don't even matter. You're buying in cash. If you work remotely, pay attention, right? Wi-Fi coverage for your high-speed internet, and obviously cell phone signals are going to be very important for you to continue to maintain your job. We have had people make purchases, reach out to us afterwards and say, hey, I bought this home, but I can't make a phone call and I can't get very good internet service. And so let us help you navigate that. We want to check off all the boxes, bedrooms and bathrooms and garages and docks and lakefronts and all of those things. But at the end of the day, if you can't work to support that lifestyle, then we're going to have a problem. And there's going to be plenty of opportunities in that service and hospitality business. If you want to cater to the tourism and you want to work hard and you want to kind of maximize as much as you can during those peak seasons, then that is going to be an easy opportunity to come down and find some of that employment. But with understanding that those businesses are probably going to shut down sometime after Labor Day into October, and then pick back up in April and May when kind of Memorial Day rolls around. So summertime kind of seasonal employment, and then you're going to shift in some type of wintertime seasonal employment. And then for sure, a lot of, again, opportunities in construction or a trade of some kind, industry, on coming down and joining a crew. Again, wake up, show up, be on time, do a good day's worth of work. There is plenty of crews that are looking for people like that. But if you have a little bit of entrepreneur in you and you're good at what you do, and you can show up and prove it to people and build a really good reputation, I promise you, probably even a better opportunity that you can just build your own business here. So whenever you're navigating that stuff, you got to be connected, right? You got to have some good local connections. You got to have some people that can spread your word. You got to get on the right platforms and forums so you can share what you're able to do. That's where we're able to help kind of plug you into the lake a little bit. And so call me, text me, email me. Let's jump on a Zoom call. Real estate is something that you want to get into. Real estate is obviously another good avenue and source of income. So mortgage lending, real estates, we can clearly help with stuff like that too. So whatever it is that you do and you want to see if what you do is something that can be done here at the lake, reach out. Let me know what I can do to help. And until then, we'll see you on the next video. Bye. A lot of you that we talk to are in the retirement stage of life, and we just did a retirement video. And so look, for those of you that are, if you have that remote job, but you rely on high-speed internet or a good Wi-Fi service, Wi-Fi, nope. Purchase, right? Again, this is a big